Journey was hard. I was never raised to be an entrepreneur. I'm happy I did not go down that route. I just didn't have the tools or experience that I needed to be confident with what I was doing. Proof that I can do it.
When we walk into a business, we usually only see the final product. What we don't see are the risks, the struggles, and the moments where everything could have fallen apart. Today, you'll hear the story behind Macadons, built by someone who took a major risk to pursue something of his own. After leaving a 6-year career at Boeing, he chose to build his business and grow something he was truly passionate about. From the challenges he faced as an immigrant and to the moments he questioned everything, this is a story of resilience, identity, and perseverance. Welcome to the first interview of the Built Here project, and please welcome Michael Huynh.
Hello, thank you for the introduction.
Yes,
This
thank
is
you so much for
exciting.
being here. I'd like to start off with what inspired you to start your business and what was your journey like getting here?
Um, what inspired me? We started the business back in 2014. So it's been quite some time, but when we first started, macarons were just becoming popular on social media because they've been around for a long time, but it was kind of, their time of popularity. And so we just made it for friends and family, and then it just sort of organically blew up. What was the second part of that question?
What was your journey like getting here to build your business?
Oh God, journey. The journey was hard. I was never raised to be an entrepreneur, to start my own business. It was always just go to school and get good grades and go work for somebody and have a stable job. But I'm happy I did not go down that route. I was working at Boeing from 2011 to 2017,
Oh, I see, I see.
and the business started in 2014. So was juggling both the business and work at Boeing for 3 years before making the decision to quit my job at Boeing and take on the business full time.
What was making that decision like? Like, how did you feel doing that?
I felt empowered, relieved. I was just not passionate about the work that I was doing at Boeing. There wasn't really anything to be passionate about. And just looking around and seeing how, I'll say, content everybody was about working their job. Like it's an easy job that pays well, you get good benefits. But yeah, I didn't have any passion for it. So um, I'm glad that was the case because if I did enjoy my job, if I wouldn't have left to pursue my own business.
Tell me about a moment during your early stages of building your business that were especially difficult for you.
All of the stages were difficult. I think when I quit my job to do Macadons full time, without any support or like coaching or mentoring. Um, I just didn't have the tools or experience that I needed to be confident with what I was doing, and I was confident that I could figure it out. Um, but but yeah, it was a tough journey without somebody giving me that information.
Because you said that, your parents didn't really raise you to be an entrepreneur. It was more like go to school. So this was kind of like a new, kind of like headspace that you had to be in.
Yeah, for sure. Born in Yakima, but my family immigrated here in '85 when I was born. So my parents fled Vietnam when in '82, and my sister was born in Thailand in '82 at the refugee camp,
Mm.
and then my brother was born in the Philippines in '84 at another refugee camp, and then they made it over to Washington and had me in '85. So I'm the only one that's born here from my family.
Were
But what was the
there,
question? What was it? What was it like?
yeah, oh yeah, what was it like starting a business kind of like with that background?
It's hard because again, I didn't have any resources like anybody that I can lean on to that has run a business, and I feel like the people in my parents' generation that did open businesses, they didn't really run a business. They basically bought
Mhm.
themselves a job,
Yeah.
where they would just work 7 days a week, 12 hours a day, and that was the only idea of entrepreneurship that that generation had. And I think that's why it was never encouraged for me to open up my own business.
Were there any systems or processes that were especially hard to get through? Like permits, license?
Um, Actually, not too bad because all of those departments are really helpful with like getting you set up. You just gotta ask them the right questions.
Was there ever a moment during your journey that made you wonder if you wanted to keep going with this business idea?
Yeah, there were plenty of times, and there still are. Um, and there's a lot of challenges and different challenges at different stages of the business.
Mhm.
Um, but that's what makes it worth it is to have those obstacles and to be able to overcome them.
Was it more like a moment of like stress, like, oh, you felt like, oh, I can't handle this? Or was it just like, I don't really know what to do? That made you question if you wanted to keep going?
Different things at different times. I remember there were days that I was just like trying to do everything and making macarons in the kitchen and just like so tired. I had to get stuff out and just breaking down and like wondering if it was the right decision to leave a job at Boeing to pursue this business.
What kept you going to build your business?
Uh, I would say support. I don't think I would have been able to do it without the support of friends and family to encourage me to continue doing it and to let me know that they had my back if I needed anything. I think that's really important.
What does your business mean to you?
What does my business mean to me? Um, my business. It's a good question. Never really thought about it. I think it's like proof that I can do it
Mhm.
because I always had that doubt because my parents never encouraged me to do it. And maybe I am trying to prove to them that I am able to do it because I wasn't always a good student in school or very motivated to do anything. And
Mhm.
compared to my two older siblings, I was kind of the black sheep that kind of didn't have it together.
What advice would you give to other immigrants or people of immigrant like backgrounds who want to start their own business, like in similar situations that you were?
The advice that I would give is to ask for help, to
Mhm.
find the free resources that are out there. Because there's a lot of them. You just got to know where to look, and yeah, just to take full advantage of it because they've built those programs to help people like us to start our businesses.
What was one of the most helpful programs that you found throughout your journey?
Uh, Again, this kind of depends on which stage of the journey. I would
Mhm.
really recommend Score Seattle for early stage.
Mhm.
Um, I did a program at UW called the Ascend program. I think that was really beneficial for like the mid stage.
Mhm.
And then my current stage, the program that's been most impactful for me is the Entrepreneurs Organization. And that's been helping me grow and develop as a person, but also in my business.
One last question. If you were face to face with a Renton City Council member today, what is one thing you want them to change about the system to better support immigrant business owners or people with like the same background as you do of being a child of immigrant parents?
Um, I would say getting out there in the community to let people know about the resources because a lot of people are just so involved in their business day to day that they don't have time or energy to see what is out there or if they even know that it's available. So
Mhm.
like, just going around town and seeing talking to different immigrant and business owners to see if they're aware of the resources that are available.
Do you think that there's like any more added programs that should be added to help these business owners, or you feel like it's just mostly like getting it out there and getting the word out?
Yeah, I mean, more funding is always nice, but is it? Of course, it's helpful, but
Mm-hmm.
kind of just got to go through it to learn and grow from the opportunity. I don't know. It's a journey. I don't
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it should be too easy.
Yeah.
Um, but also like people are putting all of their like livelihoods into their businesses, and it is very hard.
Mm-hmm.
And even with everything that I've done, I still struggle with it. So like, it's hard to imagine other immigrant business owners that English isn't their first language, and yeah, they just haven't done the work to know what to do.
Well, you're a great guy, Michael. Thank you so much for coming on here today. I had a lot of fun talking with you. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in onto Built Here's first interview. And make sure to stay tuned for more interviews from immigrant business owners. And make sure you guys go check out Macadons in Renton or Bellevue. They have great macarons and some very unique Asian flavors to choose from. Thank you again so much, and we'll see you guys next time.
Thank you.